All right, guys. So, one of the questions I've had come up recently is fuses and fuse sizing and knowing, how to communicate with your electrical supply houses on which fuses are what. And say you've got a fuse that the tag is wore off on, what can you do about it? Um, so, I do want to just kind of discuss some of the classifications for the fuses themselves. It's going to be very general, generic. This is not going to be an in-depth on fuses. I don't really think that's necessary. But this is going to also heavily pertain more towards the heavier commercial side. Now, these two fuses here in front of us are fairly small. I didn't have any big ones on hand to do this with, but that's okay. It's not really necessary. So, first and foremost, when you call them, if you can, if this number is available, just give them that TR45 RID. That's going to it's going to help them narrow in the exact fuse you need. And here's the thing is, different brands may have a little bit different labeling, but you can it doesn't have to have this exact number. And I've seen that guys run into that on with the supply houses, is they'll try to focus on this exact number, and that's not really necessary. As long as you get this is a Rk5, which we'll get into that in a second, but as long as you get the same classification and amperage, you're fine. It doesn't matter if the one they hand you has a different labeling or says something different. It's still the same fuse. It's just maybe a different brand or something to that nature. So anyway, yeah. So this this is a dual element time delay relay. It's 45 amp trip, and so it's got two elements in there that will burn. That it helps with just conductivity in general. Like I said, I'm not an expert on these, so I'm not going to pretend to be. Anyway, the big thing is, and these are the two most common we use and see on a daily basis, is you have this is a Rk5 classification of a fuse, and that is just that is the classification on the actual fuse itself, or the time delay and the elements that are in there. And so that's also huge in determining exactly which fuse you have. So, if I call in and I'm not worried about this exact fuse number, I know I've got a Rk5 and it's a 45 amp, right? Or I know that will work for my application. Say I got one that does not have this exact the tag or anything else on it. I know that I can call in and tell them that, hey, I just need a Rk5, 45 amps. What do you have on stock that fits that? And they'll be able to look up by their classifications what fuses they have that are their Rk5 class at a 45 amp rating. And they'll be able to give you whatever they have stock on shelf. That's usually easier because then they're not trying to look up and match and compare and this and that. Because if you give them this number, and especially if it's not a brand they routinely carry, they may have to look up a cross reference for that. Whereas if you can just give them the classification and then the amperage, they'll more readily have that available to where they can easily assist with that. Now, this smaller one, this is probably the most common we see in general, just because it's a more controls fuse. A lot of times where we see it a lot on condenser fans. You just a lot of pieces of equipment, especially the smaller ones, will use these CC class fuses. Okay, and so this is a CC class. That is just, again, it's the classification given to discuss. It gives the kind of the size dimensions. It doesn't. It's just the design of the fuse without getting into the weeds about it. This is a 15 amp. I mean, you can buy these in a variety of amperages, but when you see this, say you walk up and you see this type fuse, these things are about an inch long, about the diameter of a pencil. All you got to do is just call in and say, hey, I've got a CC fuse. I need a 15 amp CC fuse. again, they'll be able to look it up and tell you by that classification. Or if you actually have this numbered, MR15A, they'll be able to use that to specifically identify exactly which fuse you have. This particular one is a time delay. And so anyway, that's all part of the crucial information. And so and something I do highly suggest to you is whenever you are putting in your reports, or you're sending anything to sales, or you're building quotes, have that info in there. They're gonna, whoever's doing that for you is gonna need that information in order to properly process and fill out that quote and get that to the customer for whatever they need. But without that, if you just go up and recommend that they've got blown fuses, and you don't include any additional data to go with that, you don't know what's there, because the same disconnect could have a variety of different types of fuses. So for example, I don't have one, but this is just a cylindrical fuse, but they also have what they call a knife fuse, where it's literally got just a straight blade that sticks out the end of this, and it fits into a set of knife forks. And so they do make adapters. So say you didn't have one of those on hand, but you had these, you could get, or the supply house didn't have the one you needed, but they did have just a standard fuse available. You could get an adapter that this will sit into and go into the knife forks and mount properly. So you do have some flexibility there on what you could use in a emergency situation, or if you really needed to get something for a job to get it back online. So yeah, just be aware of the different types of fuses. So if you're not documenting exactly what fuse is there, what it's doing, what type it is, then you may not, whoever's on the other end processing that for you, if they are, they're not going to know what's inside that disconnect or inside that unit. So just something to be aware of, just kind of some basic classifications on how that works. Again, this is intended to be super basic, but kind of give you some critical details that hopefully will help you down the road. And just be very, very mindful of the classification and the amperage rating. Those are your two big critical things that are the most important. So anyway, appreciate it, guys. We'll see you on the other side.